Hello everyone, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, and here I am going to solve the model question paper, second model question paper of science, which is completely based on the objective type of questions. The first question is on your screen, children. Have a look at that. A safety device used to protect the electric circuit and electric appliance is. You know very well, fuse is a safety device which has been installed in the our houses to protect the electric circuit as well as appliances from any possible damage in case of the accidental hike in the voltage, or else due to the overloading or short circuiting. Okay, fuse is a device, and you must also know what are the other options, means what are these devices are. Like ammeter is used to measure the electric current in the circuit. Commutator, it is the it in the motors you will find the commutator whose function is to reverse the direction of current, and the role of the commutator is being played by the split rings. And galvanometer, it detects the presence and also shows the direction of it. So while answering the question, don't only see what is the answer for that, but also think on the other options, like they may be the answer of what other questions. So in that, if you study, then really it's going to help you out in scoring good marks in the exam. So anyhow, you can see the next question on your screen. The position of the image obtained by convex lens when an object is kept between f1 and 2f1 in case of convex lens. See here, in the red image formation, you all have studied that when the object is placed between f1 and 2f1, the image will be formed on the right hand side and it will be beyond 2f2. Yes, once you go through the diagrams, you will get to know that. Now after which the third question is on your screen. The power plant that does not use turbine to generate electricity is. See here, it is the option A. Solar power plant does not have any turbines to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy, remember. Other three have the turbines installed in them so that the mechanical energy gets converted into electrical energy. Whereas in the case of solar power plants, the solar energy is directly converted into electrical energy without being use of turbines. The next question, which is from the chapter electricity, is on your screen. You can see it here. An electric lamp whose resistance is 20 ohm, you can see here, and a conductor of 4 ohm resistance are connected in series to a 6 volt battery as shown in the figure. Then the total current flowing through the circuit, means you need to find the current through the circuit. So let us write what is given here. R1, that is the resistance of first, that is a bulb, that is 20 ohm, and R2, that is the resistance of the conductor, that is 4 ohm. Since they are connected in series, first we will find out the equivalent resistance of the circuit, that is resistance in series is equals to R1 plus R2, R1 plus R2, that is R1, let us say 20, and it is 20, it is 4 means 24. Directly I'll write here 24 ohm, means the circuit resistance is 24 ohm. Now what they have asked, these two resistors are connected in series to a 6 volt battery. The voltage is also given here, that is 6 volt. You have to find the current. Yes, now using Ohm's law you can find the current, children, that is I is equals to V by R. I is equals to V by R. Voltage is here 6. The resistance of the circuit we have found it here, that is 24. So it gives like 6 ones are 6 fours are 1 by 4. Okay, 1 by 4 is nothing but 0.25 ampere. Yes, 0.25 ampere means option D is the correct answer for this. Okay, hope you got the point. Now moving on to the next question from the chapter magnetic effects of electric current. See here, in Fleming's right hand rule, Middle finger indicates the direction of induced electric current. Remember children, in the Fleming's right hand rule, the middle finger shows the direction of induced electric current. Means option A is right here. In the left hand rule, it shows the direction of just electric current. Okay, electric current. So be particular about that. Now moving on to the next question, which is from the chapter light, reflection, diffraction. Observe the following table. See, medium, name of the material they have given with their refractive index. Now the question on that is, in which material medium speed of light is very high? So how do you know that? See here, refractive index is equals to C by V, if this is the formula. Refractive index has an inverse proportion with the velocity of light in the medium, which means greater the refractive index, lesser will be the velocity in that medium, and other way around. That is, if the refractive index is less, then the velocity of light in that medium will be high. So you will just have to find the medium which has least refractive index. In that, the velocity of the light will be highest. Okay, so it is S. Okay, this one, last one. Here you can see the refractive index is less. Okay, when the refractive index will be less, velocity of light in that medium will be very high. So S means option B is the correct answer for this. Now the next question is on your screen. A rectangular coil of copper wire is rotated in the magnetic field. It is from the magnetic effects of electric current. That's a Faraday's experiment. A rectangular coil of copper wire is rotated in the magnetic field. The direction of induced electric current changes once in a half revolution. Remember, in one complete revolution, in one complete cycle, twice it changes the direction. Means for one time changes direction, there's a half revolution or half rotation, what we call. Yes, so option C is the answer for this. Then the next question, very simple one. The major component of biogas, it is methane. That is, more than 75% of the biogas has methane in it. So it's the chief constituent of it. Now the next question is from the chapter light, reflection and refraction. One of the properties of concave lens. Concave lens, you know that it is this way. Concave lens, thick at the edges, thin at the center. It diverges the rays of light, all that stuff. Now see here, diverges the rays of light. Yes, it is the answer. Yes, so directly we can write. Forms a real and inverted. No, it concave lens always produces virtual and erect images. It is not thin. It is not thinner at the edges. Means these two are not the option. Converges the rays. No, it diverges the rays of light. So option A is the correct answer for the question. Now the next question from the topic electricity. See, an electric bulb is connected to a 220-volt generator. If the current flowing in the bulb is 0.5 ampere, the power of the bulb. See, in relation to the power, we have got three equations, and the suitable one is P is equals to VI here. Since voltage is given here, we write voltage given is 220 here, and current is also mentioned in the question, that is 0.5 ampere. Now you will just have to find the power. So just put the values here. 220, current is 0.5. So half of 220, yes, 220 into half, that is nothing but 110, and the unit of power is watt. So 110 means option C is the correct answer for the question. Now the next question is on your screen. You could see here the function of the ammeter in an electric circuit is. Ammeter, I have told you in the first question itself, it is used to measure the current. Okay, measure the current, okay, rate of electric current, you can say. So option B is the answer for this. See, what are the other options here? Reverse is the direction of the current. I told you commutator reverses the direction of current in the motors. And protects electrical appliances. The fuse is the device that protects the electrical appliances, and the device used to measure the potential difference is a voltmeter. Okay, so you must know the other options also, like now the next question is on your screen. You can see, as the electrical resistivity of the substance increases. Now see here, first we'll write the formula for this one, R is equals to rho L by A. So here you can see the resistance and resistivity, they have a direct relation with each other. Okay, even if you solve this, let us solve the equation for resistivity, that is Ra by L is equals to rho. Means you can see resistance and uh, rho, that is resistivity, has a direct proportion when these two are constant. Okay, so now you can see here, as the resistivity increases, resistance also increases, since they have a direct relation. Okay, so resistance increases, means option D is the correct answer for it. The next question, very simple question. The phenomenon of bending of light as it passes from one transparent medium to another is called the diffraction of light. It is called the refraction of light. Then the next question is here. Which of the following is not a property of magnetic field lines? So you must know what are the properties of magnetic field lines. Yes, magnetic field lines are denser near the poles. Yes, it is a property. Okay, or crowded near the poles, you have learned. And they are in the form of closed curves or closed loops, right? And they do not intersect. But what they have mentioned here, they intersect. I mean, this is not the property. Okay, and we also know that they emerges from north and merge at the south pole. Means option C is not the property of the magnetic field line, because they do not intersect, but here they have mentioned they intersect. The next question, when a copper is exposed to air for a longer time, it acquires a green coat. Because see here, copper when exposed to the air, it develops a green coat, and that green coat is due to its reaction with moist carbon dioxide. It reacts with the moist carbon dioxide, and the green coat is of copper carbonate. Okay, the next question is on your screen. The number of single bond and double bonds present in the structure of benzene molecule respectively. Okay. So first we'll draw the structure of benzene, which is hexagonal shape. It is, everybody know, the benzene belongs to the aromatic hydrocarbons. Yes, first member of aromatic hydrocarbons. So first you will have to draw its structure here. Its chemical formula is C6H6 with a single and double alternate bond. So first let me draw its structure here. So this is the structure of benzene, structural form. And now you try to count how many single and double bond. First single bond you have to count, then double bond. Okay, according to the question. Single bond, how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 single bond, okay, and double bond 1, 2, 3. Means option B is the answer for the question. After which the next question is your on screen. The gas liberated when sodium carbonate react with dilute hydrochloric acid. Remember one general statement I'll give you here, that is when metal carbonates reacts with the acids, they give the three products here: salt, water, and carbon dioxide. So gas liberated is the carbon dioxide gas. Okay, then the next question is on your screen here. The common molecular formula for both cyclopropane and propene. See here, propene belongs to the class of compound called alkenes. Yes, alkene. And cyclopropane belongs to a class of compound called cycloalkanes. Okay, cycloalkanes. Now you will have to write the, see, these two different class of compounds have got same general formula, that is CnH2n. Okay, now prop refers to 3, means the n values is 3 here, C3, and here 3 instance 6, C3H6 means option A is right here. Cyclopropane and propene, okay, they have got the same chemical formula, remember. Okay, after that, the next question: the substance that changes the color of red litmus to blue color. Red to blue, it is a base. Red to blue is base. Okay, blue to red is acid. So you have to just find out which is basic here. Sodium chloride is salt. It is neither acidic nor basic. Lemon juice, it has a citric acid. Pure water, it is neutral. Sodium hydroxide, NaOH. NaOH is a base, so option D is the answer for it, right? The next question: the amphoteric oxide among the following. There are the two amphoteric oxide. One is the zinc oxide, another is aluminum oxide. Yes, so aluminum, since it is not here, so option B is the only answer for it. The next one: an alloy that made up of copper and tin. Yes, copper and tin, it is bronze. Okay, it is bronze. Remember, you all have to remember it. And copper and zinc is brass. Remember, copper and zinc is brass. So don't get confused. So answer is bronze here from the chapter like metals. Okay, next question you can see here: when a carbon dioxide react with calcium hydroxide, salt and water are produced. See, any reaction that produce salt and water are neutralization reaction. Okay, then the nature of the carbon dioxide they have asked means two reactants. We have got carbon dioxide and calcium hydroxide. They are reacting to form salt and water. As I mentioned, salt and water, in the sense the reactions are neutralization reaction occurs between acid and base. You know that sodium hydroxide is a base, means carbon dioxide is acidic in nature. Okay, it is acidic in nature, means option A is the answer for it. The three elements were written in the order of increasing atomic mass. The middle the atomic mass of middle element was roughly the average of the atomic masses of the other two elements. This law was stated by Daubernier. Dauberner's law of trade it is. Okay, so option A is the answer for it. Then carbon has the ability to form bonds, covalent bond with other atoms of carbon, giving rise to the large molecules. Okay, this property is named as a catenation. Okay, it is called catenation. Then the group of compound which are in homologous series. See, homologous series in the sense, how do you find the difference between the successive member is of CH2 group. So if I subtract these one member from another, the difference should be of CH2. So I'll go with the option A here. Means if I subtract that is CH4 from its second member, so what should be the difference here? Here it is H2 and here it is C, means I got the difference of CH2. If same difference I get here, then I will not go to the other option. If you subtract the C2H6 from C3H8, what you get, see here, C3H8 minus C2H6. So again the difference is of CH2, means here only we got the option. So remember, you find how they are which are in homologous, so you will have to subtract, okay, the second from one and the third from second, means the difference of successive members should be of CH2, then you will get the homologous series. So now moving to the next question: the number of periods and groups in the modern periodic table. There are how many? 7 periods and 18 groups. So option A is the right for that. Okay, so this was all about the second model question paper physics and chemistry part. Hope everybody got to know in short time how you will answer the questions. So if you like the video, just subscribe to my channel and share. Have a good day.